A very good morning, dear students. Welcome to e-learning classes of Sacred Hearts of the subject Business Studies. Dear students, in the previous lecture of our business studies, we have discussed about two principal documents of formation of company, that were articles of association and prospectus. What was the article of association? Dear students, it was a particular document containing the rules and regulations regarding the management of internal affairs of the company, which used to provide you information about the different aspects such as the rights, responsibilities and duties of board of directors. And there is an option that company can make its own articles of association, and if it doesn't want to make its own, then it can refer to table F of Companies Act, where 99 models are available and any of the particular model can be selected by the company. Thereafter, we have discussed about the contents of articles of association, such as the share capital, the different classes of shares, rights of each type of shares, procedure for making allotment of shares, procedure for issuing of shares, and the procedure of conducting the meetings, and so on. Thereafter, we have discussed about the alteration of articles of association, and in this we have discussed that by passing a special resolution only the article of association can be altered, but we have to keep some points in the mind, that it must not be contrary to MOA or Companies Act. It must not result in the breach of contract. It must be in the interest of the company, and it must not result in increasing the liability of the members. Along with that, we have discussed, if we are converting the public company into the private company, then the written approval of the central government is needed. Dear students, thereafter we have discussed about the prospectus. It was a principal document, an invitation to the common public, open invitation to the common public for the subscribing of financial securities, that is shares and debentures of the company. And we have discussed the difference between MOA, Memorandum of Association, and between the AOA, that is the Articles of Association. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of chapter number 2, that is the choice of forms of business enterprises. That means the things that is to be kept in mind while selecting any form of business organization. So let's get started. The very first point, the affecting point, is the nature of business. See in this, if the business require personal attention and direct contact, if the requirement of personal attention is there, direct contact is there, then in that condition the sole proprietorship and partnership form of business is to be preferred, because these are the two with the most personal touch. And if the form involving the rendering services, and if the objective is to only provide services, then cooperative organization. And if the form of business requires heavy investment, then company form is to be preferred or to be selected. Second one is the capital consideration. If the capital requirement is less, then partnership or sole proprietorship can be done. But if there is the requirement of huge amount of financial resources or capital consideration is high, then in that condition the company form will be the most suitable. The third one, that is a degree of control. Just see in this, if businessman desires complete and independent control over business, that means there must be the complete control of the businessman over the business, then only sole proprietorship is to be preferred, because there is no other person who participate in the ownership. But if we talk that the businessmen don't mind in sharing the ownership, in that condition the partnership or company form of business can be the suitable one. The next one is the legal formality. If the businessman don't want to accomplish the large amount of legal formality or no legal formality, in that condition the sole proprietorship and the partnership form of business is to be preferred. But if the businessman is not hesitating with the accomplishment of the legal formalities, then in that condition the cooperative form of organization or the company form of business organization can be selected by the businessman. Thereafter, the next affecting factor is the liability. For high risk of people, for the high risk venture, high risk task venture, people prefer company form of business or cooperative organization. Where the risk is very high, the people or the businessman used to prefer either the cooperative organization or the company form of business. Why? Because in both the form of business organization, the liability of the members remains limited. But if we talk that the task is comparatively less risky, less risky venture is there, in that condition the sole proprietorship or partnership is preferred, because in both of these the liability of the members remains unlimited. So if high risk is there, so the cooperative organization or company can be appropriate, and if there is less amount of risk, then sole proprietorship or partnership can be preferred. Thereafter, next one, that is the management ability. In this, just see the business ventures requiring efficient management. All those who want that there must be the efficient management, then they have to select the company form. And why? Because for the efficient management, you have to appoint the professionals. What you have to do? You have to appoint the professionals, and the professionals used to charge a very high amount of salary. So for paying them the high amount of salary, only company form of business is there who is having the sufficient or ample amount of resources to pay the good or handsome amount of salary to these professionals. The next one is the flexibility of operations. Just see over here, beta. The business which requires a high degree of flexibility should prefer a sole proprietorship or partnership, where the businessmen want that there must always remain flexibility. So for that, either sole proprietor is there or the partnership form of business is there. Whereas making changes, taking decisions take a very long process. It seems to be rigid. So in that condition, if you don't want to go for all these, then go for the sole proprietor and partnership. And if there is no problem in taking the decision in the lengthy procedure, working in the rigid structure, then cooperative organization and company form of business can be selected. And the last one is the continuity. If we talk about the sole proprietorship and partnership, so both of these are the temporary in nature. So if you want to select the business enterprise for a very long period of time or for the permanent basis, in that condition you have to go for the company form of business, because it is an artificial person who is having the perpetual succession. And thereafter a table is here, and this table is the telling the factors influencing the choice of forms of business organization, and most advantageous and the least advantageous. For example, in the context of capital, the most beneficial will be company, highest amount of capital is there, and least amount of capital, sole proprietorship. Second, cost and ease of formation, then in the very easiest form, sole proprietorship can be made, or with the least advantageous companies there, because lot of legal formalities are there. Third is the managerial skill. Most advantages is company because it used to hire professionals, and least advantages is sole proprietorship, and so on. So this is all about today, as well as about the chapter also. With this, we have concluded our chapter. Today we have discussed the different factors that are affecting the choice of form of business enterprises. God bless you all. Lots of love.